Why is the Irish language continue to decline, and why can't Irish people speak Irish? Well, there are a number of reasons for this. One of them being since 1922 and our partial independence, the Irish language was more attached to national identity than as a communicative technique. So the importance was placed on the ability to speak Irish rather than the use of the language in normal day-to-day conversations. So people would and still continue to learn Irish through written text and repetition of grammar rules, and the oral aspect of the language is given less emphasis. In recent years, things have changed in regards to the exams to put more emphasis on the oral aspect of the language, but it's still very difficult. And because of how it's an exam-focused subject, people are really usually only learning it to pass the exam. So they're focusing on how they can memorize aspects of texts and oral exams to pass the subject and then forget about it. They don't want to learn the language because of a love or an affinity towards the language. And this is for a number of reasons. Firstly, it's not spoken on a day-to-day basis in most of the country. Outside the Gaelic regions, which are special areas where Irish is spoken every day, it is used in the classroom. So you're going to class every day for 14 to 16 years and you're only learning a subject because you have to, not because of any want or desire to learn it. So there could be different changes brought in that way. Also, the curriculum hasn't really been updated over almost the last 100 years of independence. There's been small changes and very slow changes, but most of the emphasis is still on the written and oral aspect of the language, and not the oral or communicative techniques that you can develop through the language. I myself and many other Irish people have been to school for over 16 years to learn Irish, and I haven't a clue how to hold a conversation. I have no idea what anyone would be saying to me if they were speaking Irish. Now, that's not the same for some people. Some people are quite fluent in the language. Some people find grasping the language easier, and there might be a generational thing where it's been passed down, but for a lot of people it was a language that we had to learn and we didn't really realise its cultural importance until afterwards. But in recent years there has been some attempts to revitalise it. Bands such as Kneecap especially have helped make it a more popular subject to learn, and they brought it out in a new way that people haven't seen before. So in rap is definitely a way that I wouldn't have seen Irish. I've probably seen Irish on TG Cahir, which is the Irish language television network, and also maybe Radio Éireann, but if you don't understand the language you're not going to tune into those stations or programmes. So that's another reason Irish people can't learn Irish. Now, if you're visiting the country, you will see signposts in English and Irish. So a lot of tourists will come and then ask people, oh, why don't people speak Irish? But it's not common, especially in the big cities. You might go to the Gaeltacht region in rural west, north and south of the country, and you will hear people speaking Irish, but it's very uncommon. It's declining continually. Somewhere in the region of 75,000 people in the last census said that they speak it on a daily basis, and another million said they were competent, but that was definitely an over-exaggeration. I can't see 1 million people in Ireland being competent learning the Irish language or speaking it. But there are just a couple of reasons people in Ireland don't speak Irish.